to the stream. Today we're playing Tsukahime. Blue glass moon under the crimson air. Yes, English. It's a visual novel. It's good. I pirated this. Don't worry about that. I'm gonna play it. I already started it, and I just simply don't care. Resume game. We going. We'll do this one. We're just gonna. Yeah. I walk along a different path than the one I usually take. Passing through unfamiliar streets, I slowly approach the Toho Mansion. That's not what that says, but soundings are not completely unfamiliar. After all, I have lived here until I was 9 years old, 8 years ago. This is not the first time I've taken this backpack to the mansion. My feelings are a little complex. The path home is nostalgic yet fresh. Up until now, just now, I have not looked forward to returning to the household. Now it doesn't seem so bad. My house I lived in till I was 9 years old. Right now, my sister Akana is in the utterly un-Japanese Western style mansion. Tono Mansion. My old man who hated me and the master of the Tono household died after a few days. My mother died from an illness after Akina was born, so the Tonos had dwindled down to me and my sister. Bringing the eldest son, you would think I was stand to become the Toho heir, but I have no such privilege. To become the Tono heir means being bound by a strict upbringing. I have lost count of the number of times my father scolded me over my dislike of not being able to live freely. That is when I was involved in the accident. My body became weakened. My father saw it as a good opportunity to get rid of me. Damn. His reasoning was something along the lines of someone who could die at any moment can become the heir, even if he is the eldest son. Sadly for my father, I betrayed his expectations by making a recovery, but my sister, Akana, was already deemed to become the heir of the Tono household. And so I heard that Akana, in Japanese is hard, I'm butchering names, who was already being raised harshly in order to become a proper daughter of the Tono household, received an even harsher upbringing since then. That was a long time ago. I played together with Akana in the mansion back before the accident. After that, I never saw her again. Apparently, Akana tried to visit me a few times when I was first entrusted to the armies. Unfortunately, we were never able to meet because I had to go to the hospital every day. We completely lost contact after Akana went to a boarding school. Unlike Akana, I am isolated from the main family. That is why I can live freely like this. My high school is just an average high school, and our chance of contact is pretty much zero. My own man died, and I received word telling me to come back. To be blunt, I have no intention whatsoever returning to the Tono house, but Akana is at that house. Man simpin'. No. When we were children, Akana was an obedient child, always looking frightened, as if she were constantly enduring something. She would always follow close behind her footsteps, pattering behind me. She is frail. Her long black hair and fancy Western clothes made her resemble a French doll. I'm worried about her living all alone in that big mansion with the old man gone, but more than anything, I feel guilty. After pushing all the Tono family responsibilities on her and selfishly living in a free life by myself. Perhaps accepting to return to the mansion is like an apology to Hakana. Damn. The Tono mansion is unnecessarily surrounded by iron railings. You could say that the entire lot is abnormally expensive, being so large that a whole elementary school could fit inside. God, but words are hard. The garden surrounded by trees is more like a forest. The mansion is at heart of the forest. There are a few other buildings separate from it. I do not think anything of it when I was a child, but now I have lived in an ordinary household for 8 years. The excess size feels almost criminal. The gates aren't locked. I push them open and head towards the main mansion. They tower oppressively, bearing down on any visitors. Besides the iron double doors is an unmatching doorbell. Alright. Shaking off my nervousness, I press it. Bing dong. Aw, there isn't any affectionate ding dong chime from the doorbell. An oppressive silence continues for a few seconds. Then the sound of pattering footsteps behind the door indicates someone's presence. We have been waiting for you. The door opens with a creak. Inside lay the lobby I remember and a young girl in an apron. No comment. Thank goodness. You're so late. I was beginning to worry you had gone lost. I was thinking about going to meet you if you hadn't arrived by sunset. The girl in the that's a word. Apron smiles warmly. Maid. That's not I was taken aback by an outdated mode of dress that I can't even form a proper sentence. Perhaps attributing my hesitance to distrust the girl tilts her head a little. You're Shiki-sama, aren't you? Yeah. But you don't have to call me Sama. You're right. Oh, please do not scare me like that. I was beginning to think I had made another mistake back there. The girl's mannerisms are like those of a mother scolding her child. In spite of that, there's a smile on her face, and it doesn't break the warm feeling about her. She wears an apron over a kimono. She comes out to greet guests and address someone like me with Sama. That must mean she's... Are you one of the maids here by any chance? The girl answers her question with nothing but a smile. Come, you must be tired. Please do come in. Ahana-sama is waiting for you in the sitting room. Sitting room? Sure. The girl quickly crosses the lobby and heads towards the sitting room. Turning back as if she remembered something, she makes a bow and full smile on her face. Welcome home, Shiki-sama. Her greeting is appropriated by a flower-like smile. I can't think of any reply, so I just followed her hesitantly. Guided by the girl, I head to the sitting room, as if I am seeing it for the first time. I do not know if I've forgotten about it in the last 8 years, or if they have refurbished it since then. Either way, feels like someone else's house now. It's unsettling. As I am looking around the sitting room, the maid in the apron lowers her head in a quick bow. I brought Shiki-sama with me. Or wait, I should do a girl voice. Voice acting time. Well done. No, God. You may return to the kitchen, Kaku. Yeah, Kahan. Yeah, thank you. It seems the main name is Kaku. Kakuku-sama-san gives a small bow as if to say farewell, leaves her this segment. This with me and two girls I don't recognize. It has been a long time, Nissan. Wait. It has been a long time, Nissan. Oh, God, okay, no. Says the girl with long black hair and sharp eyes. All my thought process stop at once. My mind goes blank and I can't think of any words of greeting. All I can do is nod with a yeah. I don't think that can be helped. This Akana is not... I had not seen in 8 years is not the Akana I remember. She is completely transformed into a proper young lady of a noble family. Nissan? The black-haired girl tilts her head slightly. Pathetically, all you can say sound dumbfounded things. My mind is turning into a somersault as try to recognize before me as... I don't know. I'm saying that so wrong. How do... Give me a second. It's A-K-I... Yeah. A-K-I-H-A... Where's translate when you need it? How the fuck do I say this? Whatever. Anyways. You do not look well. Would you like to rest before we talk? There's a sharp glare in my direction. It's just looks like she's in a bad mood. No, I'm alright. I'm just surprised at how much you've changed. I don't know. People change over the course of 8 years. Damn. I mean, not wrong. We are at an age of change, or did you think we would remain as we were forever? That is... What is this? I can feel thorns in Akana's words. No, you've definitely changed, Akana. You've become more beautiful than before. That is not flattery. That is how I feel. And indeed. But you, on the other hand, have not changed much at all. Damn. Her closes her eyes. Well, I came prepared for something like this. It is as I had thought. It seems like Akana doesn't think well of me. If you are feeling well, let us finish our conversation. You have yet to hear the details of why you were called back here, Nissan. I have heard nothing more than a sudden come back to the mansions. I thought I found out the old man passed away in the papers. If the head of a major company dies, it definitely makes it in the financial papers. Word of, I'm not trying to say that, death reaches his son, Shiki, via the newspaper after the funeral. Damn, he didn't even attend his own dad's funeral? That's how much he was isolated. That's kind of funny. Even though his relatives hadn't told him, this inherited son could pick up the newspaper of his father's death merely by buying a 100 yen newspaper. It might be cynical of me to say so, but the world certainly has become a convenient place, correct? I am sorry. It was my fault that you did not get news about father. Akana quietly lowers her head. It's alright. Either way, it's not like he would have come back from the dead if I went. It's not something you should be worried about. I am sorry. It's not somewhat comforting to hear you say that. Akana's face is here. But this is not a topic I care about much. A funeral is a ceremony for those who cannot let go of their feelings for the deceased to achieve such detachment. Damn! True! Funerals are bullshit. For someone like me who caught off such feelings a long time ago, there is no need. Man, too Bill different to go to a funeral. Calling you back here was my idea. It would be odd for the eldest son of the Toas to be entrusted to the armies forever. Now that father has passed away, the only Toas by blood are you and I, Nisan. I do not know what father was thinking when he entrusted you to the Artemis, but he is no longer with us, so there's no longer any need for you to live with them. That is why I had you called back here. That's all well and good, but I'm quite surprised you were able to get our relatives to agree with this. Wasn't it they who came up with the idea of leaving me with the Artemis in the first place? That may be so, but now I am the head. I am the head of the Tohono family. I declined every one of the proposals from our relatives. I would like you to continue living here, Nisan, but this is a place with rules. You will avoid living the overly casual lifestyle you've been leading up till now. Ha ha. I'm afraid that isn't gonna happen. There is no way I can go back to being a somewhat well-mannered gentleman now. Not that I want to. I will not ask more of you, but to try to, or are you saying you are unable to do what I have already have? Akana shoots me a cold look. It feels like she is hitting me with her grudge against me for leaving her here for the last 8 years. Alright, I get it. I'll try my best. Akana just stares at me as if she doesn't quite believe me. You do not need to try as long as you get the results. Her pose is dignified, her words merciless. Let's go back to the topic. Right now, you and I are the only ones living here. I do not care for having too many people around, so I cleared everyone out. Hold on a second, Akana. You've cleared everyone out? You wouldn't want to run into one of our relatives in the mansion, would you, Nisan? I have put most of the servants, but there are enough for you and I, so there are no problems. Wait, no problems. You're going to get attacked at our family meeting if you don't do something like that. Oh, please be quiet. Rather than the mansion overflowing with people, wouldn't you feel more relaxed with just the two of us here? Erg. Well, it is true that I would feel more relaxed, but you've only just become the family head. If you go around abusing your power like some kind of dictator, our relatives are not going to just keep quiet, even though old man didn't go against their opinion. Indeed. That is why father entrusted you to the Artemis. I, on the other hand, have words are hard. Them ever since I was a child. I've despised them ever since I was a child. I'm not going to put up with their whining any longer. I'm not gonna put up with... Look, Akana. Haha, enough. Just listen. You don't need to worry about me. Please, just worry about your own life for now, Nisan. I can see it is going to be different for you in many ways. Akana slowly looked away a little. Now, then, if there is anything you do not understand, ask her. You look at the girl standing by her side. The girl just saw called Hishu. That's wrong. I don't know. Names are hard. Bows expressionlessly. This is Hishu. She will be your personal maid for now. Is that acceptable? Hold on. Personal maid? You mean, in other words, she's your servant? Akana declares efforts were obvious. I can't believe it. Fitting with the western style of the house, the girl in the maid outfit stands there as if it is natural to do so. Hold on. I am not a kid, you know. I don't need a servant. I can take care of myself. Would that include the cooking and the laundry? Or Hannah is pretty sharp at pointing these things out. What? Man can't cook his own food and do his How hard? That's not hard. You get food. You get your own food from school. I don't need breakfast. Why do you need to eat breakfast? Oh, whatever. At any rate, now that you've returned to this house, you will obey my directions. Damn, tyrant. I don't know how you lived at the that's spelled wrong. Whatever. But you're living at the Tono house now. Please accept everything given to you. Ugh. I can't say anything. And I think it should be, and as my eyes drift towards Hisui, as expected, she simply looks back at me expressionless like a doll. There we go. Typos, whatever. Well then, Hisui, please show Nita-san to his room. Yes, my lady. Hisui approaches me with a shadow-like lack of presence. I will guide you to your room, Shiki-sama. Hisui heads towards the lobby. Sighing, I head off towards the lobby as well. We enter the lobby. The mansion is split into east and west wings with the lobby in the middle. The lobby is like the body of a bird whose wings are the halls, extending diagonally to the east and west. Each wing is about the size of a small hospital. Man, giant fucking mansion for 4 people. Of course, why not? I remember the house is constructed symmetrically, so both the east and the west wings have the same floor plan. Your room is this way, Shiki-sama. Hisui climbs a flight of stairs. It seems like my room is on the 2nd floor. No dir. Come to think of it, the servants' rooms should be on the 1st floor of the west wing. That's probably where Hisui and Kohaku-san rooms are. Outside, the sun is already set. The girl in the maid outfit walks down the long, dimly lit hallway without a word. Kind of feels like a wonderland. Without thinking, I let my thoughts slip out. Did you say something, Shiki-sama? Hisui stopped, looked back at me. No, I'm just talking to myself. Don't worry about it. Yo, me, I talk to myself all the time. That's just me right now. I'm just talking to myself. After staring at me, Hisui bows and starts walking again. I guess this is what they call being lost at a loss for words. The room Hisui led me is one made for a mere high school student to live in. Is this my room? Yes. If you are displeased with it, I can arrange a different one for you. No, there's no way I could be displeased with it. It's just a little, no, really, too fancy for me. Yo, say, actually, yeah, no, I could sleep in a fancier. I don't know, small side tangent, I don't get why, like, the fanciousness of a room, like, really affects people. I mean, I kinda get it, but also, what the fuck does that have to do? If the bed is comfortable enough, you sleep in it. It's not complicated. Why do all these fictional characters be like, this room's too fancy for me? It's just fucking not. Just sleep. What else are you doing in your room? I don't see how that matters. I mean, maybe if it's like, I get being jarred, and like, especially if the room's fucking highly decorated fucking rich person room, but what the fuck is with people and being like, this is too fancy for me? That doesn't mean anything. Okay, rant over. Anyways, it is fine. I'll gladly use this room. Yes, this room has not been touched since 8 years ago, so I do not believe you will find anything unsatisfactory with it. Bitch, I am unsatisfied. Why hasn't it been touched in 8 years? What the fuck? How much dust, like, conglomerates in 8 years? What? Confusion. There's something a little off about the way Hisui said that. As if she were implying this was once my room. Hey, is this by any chance my old room? This is what I've been told. Am I mistaken? Hikulian says, I'm calling that Hisui. That's a Pokemon region. Haishu. Shishu. Oh fuck. He sides her head to the side slightly. I feel relieved. You know what? How do I say that? I will get a text to speech if I have to. Text to speech. Hisui. Yeah, I'm saying that right. Let me. Akia. That makes more sense. Akia. There, it's like this. That's wrong. Give me a second. I feel relieved. It seems the girl can express emotion after all. Damn. Of course, they can express emotion. Well, it might be now that you mention it. I do remember it faintly, so it must be so. I feel a sense of familiarity about this place that I can't feel any sense of familiarity about this place at all. But I guess that's what it's like after leaving a place for 8 years. I can't get settled here though. I was living in a 6.5 mat size floor room until this morning. It's like I'm staying in a high-class hotel. Hotel was... Oh, wait, yeah, that's spelled right. Or not, I don't know. I'm bad at spelling. I understand how you feel, but please do try to get used to it. From today onwards, you're the eldest son of the Tono Shiki-sama. It's N-O. Tono. I'm saying that right. Wow. Tono. Yeah, sure. Okay, Shiki-sama. You're right. I got to do my best so that I could at least look on the outside. With a thump, I dropped my bag on the table and stretched my back. I feel like I've been a little stressed out with everything that's been happening so far, but I guess that I've got no choice but to adjust from today onwards. Shiki-sama, all of your luggage has been brought here. Shiki-sama, yeah, no, I can't do voices. You're just gonna get this monotone drone for the rest of the stream. Deal with it. Is there anything more you require? No, not really. Why do you ask? There was very little delivered. If there's anything you need, I can have it prepared, so please do not hesitate to ask. I see. No, I don't need anything more from you now. I don't have much luggage to begin with. My luggage is just this bag, these glasses, and the textbook in my bag with white ribbon with an unidentified owner. That's all. Well, you didn't say that last word, but I acted like it. Whatever. Anyways, you don't have to worry about luggage. This fancy room isn't I understand. Well then, I shall call in an hour's time. An hour for dinner, you mean? Yes. Please relax until then. As expected, Hisui says everything with an expressionless face, but even if she can tells me to relax, how am I supposed to do that here? The clock says 6 o'clock. Naturally, I'd be watching TV in the sitting room around this time, but I have serious doubts as to whether there are such things to do in this mansion. Damn, no TV? Hisui. I know it's kind of trivial thing to ask, but is there a television in this mansion? A television? Shui's eyes narrow slightly. I know I'm the one who asked, but is it really a stupid question? I feel like there's something wrong with asking about the presence of a TV in a luxurious mansion like this. Why wouldn't it have a TV in, like, the modern time? But whatever. Shui makes a rare, troubled face and stares off into space. There's no television in the sitting room. Some of the visitors did make use of one, but when they departed, they packed it up with their luggage and took it with them. So I do not believe there is any remaining. Damn! People were leaving and were like, this TV, it's mine now. Imagine. Hold on. Visitors? Like who? For how long? Relatives. The eldest son of Kumayi-san, of the branch family of the Tuzuki-san, the third daughter of your fiance, Kimishi-san, eldest son, came for a stay for close to 3 years. What the fuck? Yo, we got the fucking circular family tree on this one. 3 years, huh? Siri, what is after you call a freeloader, not visitors? That's what you call freeloaders, not visitors. Yasui does not reply. No matter what kind of people these freeloaders, it seems that servant can't say anything bad about them. Well, at any rate, it seems like those relatives had bought and taken back with their own. But my old man hated the production of modern culture, thinking them all vulgar. There is no way he would have ever watched a TV. Akane, who had been educated by him for the last 8 years, would probably be the same. Wow. So sad. So sad. How are these people dumb? It's fucking TV. Well, it's not like I'll die without one. Yasui is silent. Like a perfect example for servants, Yasui says nothing else. She is being asked a direct question. This is, of course, kind of depressing for me. I want to make that expressionless phrase break into a smile somehow, but that seems impossible with just any half-hearted effort. Oh, there was a library on the first floor in the West Wing, wasn't there? Maybe I'll go there and find something to read when I have some free time. Suwa does not reply. She just stands there in the doorway. I can't even tell where she's looking. Sui? She doesn't say a word. Suddenly, she looks straight at me. I believe there is one in Nasan's room. Huh? Huh? I have no idea what she is talking about. There's another one of what? A television. I remember seeing one in Nasan's room. Isan's room. Yusui says, as if remembering something from many years ago. Hold on. Nissan's? Don't tell me you're talking about, Kohana? Give me 1 second. Yep. Kohego. I'm just gonna say Kohaku-san, yes. Right now, the only people working in this mansion are Nasan and I. Now that she mentions it, they do look alike. I just couldn't connect them as sisters because Kohaku-san is always smiling so warmly and Hisui is always expressionless. I see. Kohaku-san does look like the type of person who watches those variety shows. But I bulk at going to Kohaku's to tell her, let me watch television. Fair. Sorry, just forget I ever asked. After all, I'll be living here from now on, so I've got to follow the rules of the mansion. God knows what sort of cynical comment I'd be in for from Akana if I started watching television. It seems I'll be leading a scholarly student life fit for a member of the Tono family from now on. Bullshit! Just watch television. Who gives a fuck? There are 4 people in the house. 1 of them is your sister, and 2 of them are servants. Who cares? Whatever. I mean, you know what? Fair. If it's fair. Alright, I'll be on in my room until dinner time, so just come and call me when it's time. You've got other things to do, don't you? His Sui nods in absent and turns around. Godspeed. Silently opening the door, she leaves the room. Dinner takes place with Akino, and I begin face to face. I guess it's natural here, as Hasari and Kohaku-san do not eat with us, standing behind us to tend to our needs. That's sad. Just eat. I thought it would be natural if all four of us ate together, so you could say caught off guard by this inexplicably tense dinner. I should mention at this point that I have totally forgotten anything related to the family matters by now. Well, I do remember little pieces, so it's not like I'm completely an amateur, but humans tend to pack away unused memories into the corner of their mind. The tension was actually quite thrilling, with every one of my movements causing Akana to raise an eyebrow. Well, I think about how I'll have to go through this every day, though. It's really depressing. Damn. Finishing dinner, I've returned to my room. It's still only just past 8 at night. It's too early for me to sleep. What should I do? Talk, stay in my room, go watch TV. TV. Obvious answer. Let's see. Kohaku-san's room is here, isn't it? Knock, knock. Wait. I knock on her door. Kohaku-san, are you there? Yes, please hold for a minute. I hear a cheerful noise from inside the room. I wait for about 3 minutes. Kohaku-san opens the door and pokes her head out. Oh, it's you, Shiki-sama. What are you doing here at this time? Well, I was wondering if you'd let me watch your TV. Kohaku-san gives me a bewildered look. Well, there's no TV in this house, is there? I've been living in a normal house until now, so it became a daily routine for me to watch TV after dinner. I guess I couldn't calm down. I can't calm down without watching it or something like that, so the more I say, the more I realize I'm doing something stupid. There is something not right about barging into the living room demanding to watch her TV. Look, even Kohaku-san is standing there looking. Wait, she's not. I guess you're right. You've been living at the Omari household up until yesterday, after all. You must be thinking this message is kind of depressing after moving here all of a sudden. Kohaku-san gives you a cheerful laugh. Let's see. Have you talked to Akane-san and Sui-chan about this yet? You mean about coming to your room, Kohaku-san? Kohaku-san nods. No, I haven't talked to anyone about it yet. What about it? No, it's nothing. It's just, I would have turned you away if you had already talked to them about it. Smiling while speaking, Kohaku-san looks up and down the hall. Lucky for us, there isn't anyone else around. Please hurry up and come in. It'll be troublesome if we're caught. Yeah! Optimal. We instantly go the maid route. Yeah! Please just sit anywhere. I'll make some tea. I'll go make some tea. Coughing to clear my throat, I take a seat. There are all sorts of little things in Kohaku-san's room. It might be, though, a bit messy for a girl's room. There aren't really many things that you could call cute. And that she doesn't have a lot of many things that don't look very useful. Rather, it has an atmosphere of room belonging to an orderly, scholarly person. Buried in the miscellaneous objects, I find the TV. On top of the table is the remote. Maybe Kohaku-san has been watching the TV up until just now. Thank you for waiting. Tea is fine for you, isn't it, Shiki-sama? Thank you. Please, don't mind me too much. Oh, no, not at all. I'm sorry I can't do much to treat you. Kohaku-san smiles warmly. Hog. Anyway, so the TV. What do you watch around this time, Shiki-sama? I don't have any set programs in particular, but the news is a pretty basic one. I like to hear the new trends, and I like stories. Is that so? Seems like a very late rest, so I thought you'd be reading after dinner or something. Seemed like, I don't have such a refined interest. I don't consider myself laid back either. Maybe that's the impression I give with my glasses. You wear glasses, Shiki-sama? Akane-san didn't say anything about that at all, so I was surprised when I saw you at the door. I see. I haven't met since I started wearing these glasses. These glasses are just for show. I guess you could say my eyes are bad, but I think my vision is better than that of most people's. It's not because I studied too much and went nearsighted or anything. Crap. I had an intellectual image, but I disappointed you. Damn. Not at all. No, I enjoy watching TV more than reading too. I'm just glad you're an energetic person, just like I thought you were. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I'm a little embarrassed. Faced with Hakusen's carefree smile, I can't help but feel a little nervous. I'm sorry. You came to watch the news, didn't you? Kohaku-san switched on the TV. It's already 9 o'clock. You took an hour to get to a room and start and talk for like... Wow. Okay, sure. The news is normally does daily report with a little extra. Oh dear. Looks like there's been another one of those serial murders. Of course. Gotta love the visual novel. Says, while sitting next to me, sounding not the least bit concerned. The news is running a special feature on serial killers. The serial murders, which began in the neighboring town, are now beginning to be concentrated within this town. It's a pretty simple story. Late at night, he attacks young girls indiscriminately, and in the end, he drains their blood. It seems like last night's victim is the 9th one so far. I wonder what the police are doing about it. Who knows? It would seem pretty easy to catch a murderer who comes out at night, but maybe he's really careful so they can't trace him. You could be right. The clues about the murders build up as they kill more people, so if they hadn't caught him even after 9 murders, he must be really carefully prepared for the kill. A careful killer, huh? But there aren't these killing spontaneous crimes. It's kind of strange to think of them as being carefully prepared. You're right. If there's no evidence left at all, then maybe he's not a random killer at all. I can only think that he's gotten it all planned out from the start for the execution. I see. But then, what would be the point of killing those 9 girls? Are they friends of his? Acquaintances? Probably not. If there are any collection like that, then I think the police would have realized it by now. In the end, I suppose it's an incomprehensible cause without motive or connections. Kohaku-san says all of this disturbing stuff with a smile. I smile when talking about... No, I don't. Like she's not really worried about this case. These murders are happening right here in this town, Kohaku-san. You're a young girl and all, so aren't you even a little scared? I'll be fine since the killer only appears late at night. If you don't go out at night, you don't run into him. Yo, that's my plan for everything. That's how I just missed COVID. If you don't go outside, you can't get COVID. Just don't touch grass. Touching grass is for the weak. Kohaku-san really is a clear thinker. It is perhaps a bit of a raw explanation, but I suppose that's how mere news stories should be treated. Sorry for intruding on you. I'll be counting on you again the next time I feel like watching TV. Sure, I'll be waiting. Kohaku-san looks up and down the hall. I'd like to escort you back to your room, but Hisui-chan is waiting there, so I'll have to say goodbye here. Okay, good night. I had no idea bedtime at this mansion was at 10. Apparently there's some kind of unwritten rule here that one is not to be out of their room after 10. It's still so formal here, even with the old man gone. Well, I guess it's natural. I'm also getting tired from my unfamiliarity with this mansion, so I obediently return to my room. Obediently. I returned to my room. My bed has been made. Did Hisui-san do it while I was away? I guess she did. It's really more than I deserve. I scratch my cheek. Then, are you there, Shiki-sama? I hear Hisui's voice along with a knock at the door. Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. Come in. Excuse me. Good evening. Thank you for making my bed, Hisui. Hisui quietly nods in acceptance. Ugh. Just as I thought, I'm not used to this. Is there anything you want to tell me? No, nothing from me, but Akana-sama has instructed me to answer any questions you may have. I see. There are many things I want to ask, but I probably get to know them as I continue to live here. Yeah, what I want to know right now is, before I sleep, is it true that curfew here is 7? Yes. The main gate is locked at 7, and all the entrances to the mansion are locked at 8. It is a rule that one must not try to go walking around the mansion after 10. Not even walking around in the mansion? Well, I've got no complaint with that, but it's kind of harsh. Kanae and I aren't children, so I don't think you'd have to go that far. Indeed. It is a rule, however, so please abide by it. No! Stupid rules! I don't abide by them. I would be a terrible protagonist. You're aware of the recent disturbances, are you not, Shiki-sama? Yeah, that vampire thing. That's a name was talking about. Well, as long as something like that is happening, I guess it's better to be safe than sorry. Well, what else? Oh, do you mind if I ask an off-topic question? Yes, what is it? I'd like to know what kind of work you and Kohaku-san do around here. I'm here to serve you. To serve Shiki-sama's need, and my sister Kohaku to serve Lady Akana-sama's. In our spare time, we do the maintenance chores around the mansion. Is there anything else more you'd like to know? To serve is what it meant after all. My shoulders suddenly feel heavier. It seems completely natural to Akane when she said it, but I'm nothing more than a normal high school student. I have no interest in having a girl around my age serve me, at least not for now. By serving me, you mean you're my personal servant? Yes. Please do not hesitate to ask anything of me. Well, I get it. Going by how Akana was talking about you, it doesn't seem like I can dismiss you, so I'll just obediently let you serve me. Is there anything in particular you would like? Nothing in particular. But could you stop calling me Shiki-sama? To be honest, I get chills down my spine when I hear it. But Shiki-sama, you are my master. Oh, God. That's what I'm saying. I hate it. I'm saying I hate. That's what. I've been living a normal life until yesterday. I have no desires to start living a life where a girl my age addresses me with Sama. I see. Just call me Shiki. In exchange, I'll call you Hisui. Let's do away with the formalities and just be more casual with each other. Still expressionless, Hisui lowers her eyebrows as if she's being troubled. But you're my employer. It's not like I'm hiring you. You're the one doing the things I can, so you're the great one. I see. Hisui gives another unenthusiastic reply. It looks like I won't be able to talk her into it in just one day. Anyhow, that's how it is. Don't be so formal to me. I'll be grateful if you tell that to your sister Kahoku-san too. Very well. As you say, Shiki-sama. Damn. He tells, and she immediately ignores him. What a terrible maid. She completely fails to understand. I'll be leaving now. Please rest for the night. Bowing, Sui puts her hand on the doorknob. Oh, I forgot to ask something. Hold on for a second. Running towards the door, I have put my hand on Sui's shoulder before she leaves. In an instant, Sui's arm pushes away my arm with incredible momentum. With a whack, she slaps my hand and leaps back. It's so sudden that that's the only thing I can say. Sui is expressionless, but she glares at me fiercely. Did I do something wrong? I'm very sorry. She sounds very nervous. I am not used to being touched. Please forgive me. Sui sort of are faintly trembling. I feel like I just did something really terrible. Yeah, I'm sorry. I apologize without thinking. I don't understand why myself. I just feel sorry for Hisui, and I lower my head. Hisui says nothing. I get the feeling her stare is calm again. You have nothing to apologize for, Shiki-sama. I'm the one to blame. No, well, maybe, but I scratch my head. Hisui stares at me, pausing only to blink for a second. What is it that you want to ask me, Shiki-sama? That's right. I stopped her because I want to ask something. I want to ask about Akana. Doesn't she go to a boarding school? That was only during middle school, Shiki-sama. From this year onwards, Shiki-sama has special mention to attend school from home. Yo! You mean she's getting school from here? Yes, but it is uncommon for her to come home before dusk like today. Akana-sama has practice up until dinner, so she always comes home before 7. Practice? What practice? Today is Thursday, so she would have violin practice. God. I do a really good Okay, fucking whatever. Usually she is able to return before dinner on the weekend, so if you have anything to say to Akana-sama, please let Nei-san know after dinner. Sui bows to say goodbye and leaves the room. Violin practice? What on earth is that? She's not some other class lady or anything. Why does she have to do something so bad? Oh wait, she is another upper class lady. Yes, come to think of it, my sister Tono Akana is the natural born upper class lady. In my memory, she was always the obedient, never uneasy sister who would always follow me around. As a child, Akane was always quiet, never having any courage to express her own desires. She was a frail girl who would always live in fear of a scolding from our father. That's sad. Not this. I can't wait till this gets actually depressing. Yeah, people really do change after 8 years. After 8 years, I have become the me I am now. Akanu has become the Akanu of right now too. 8 years is a long time. It is half our lives up until now. I was absent from this mansion during that vile period where a child becomes an adult. I'm sorry, Akana. I think things would be better if I had been with her during those 8 years. I unconsciously mumble an apology. And go to sleep. I should have went to her room. I let myself lie in bed. This house, 8 years ago, my blood relatives from 8 years ago. It feels like they belong to someone else. Sigh. Or wait. I wonder what's going to happen to me now. Grumbling to no one in particular, I fall asleep. No. ASMR. Achoo. Or ow. Ow. I hear the wave-like sound of someone's voice. Ow. Someone is howling. It is sharp and high-pitched to be a stray dog. Ow. It echoes in my eardrums. It is howling at the moon. Ow. This does not feel right. Beastly howl is beginning to give me a headache. Ow. I'm not going to do that every time. It doesn't stop. I actually... ow. 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 Sorry. Just shut up already. I wake up. Yo, me when my dog barks. I can hear the sound of dogs barking outside the window. The clock indicates that it's past. He only got like an hour of sleep. That's sad. This is more than just a neighborhood nuisance. Damn, I can't sleep like this. Dogs howling from somewhere near the mansion fence. It doesn't seem like I can go back to sleep at this rate. Even Akane and the other wouldn't be able to sleep with a racket like this. Since I am the only man in the house, I guess I got no choice but to go investigate. I think it's coming from the right side of the mansion. I open the curtains and check out what's happening outside. And outside my room is a large tree. One of the branches is perched a blue crow. Oh, that's terrifying. That's terrifying. In the darkness, I see nothing but black, and yet it is quite clear that the crow is blue. I have never seen or heard of blue crows before. It glares at me. It feels like the eyes of the crow are staring at me, like soulless mechanical lenses. Caw! After a yawn-like caw, it noiselessly flies away. What was that? I feel a chill on my back. The howling of dogs grows louder. Ow! 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 It's really starting to get on my nerves. It's not only really is it noising, but hearing it causes my heart to start pounding. I have an almost instinctual distaste for it. Shut up. I've changed out of my pajamas into my uniform and leave the room. Ow! The echoing echoes through the night. The sound is definitely coming from the right side of the mansion. For some reason, my throat feels dry. The high walls are stretched their way around the mansion. Clearing my throat, I head towards where the dogs must be gathered. I arrive where the howling originates. Huh? Ow! The howling doesn't stop, but there is no sign of any dogs. All there is a person. Under the light of the streetlight that carves apart the darkness stands a man in a dark coat. The howling is echoing from right beside him, but there are no dogs to be seen anywhere. Oh. The man in the coat is pretty tall. He is strongly built body, but his back is facing me. My throat is so dry. Oh. The voice of the dog resounds in my ears. The night air coils itself around my skin. For no apparent reason, I have difficulty breathing and moving, as if I am at the bottom of the sea. Cow! A cry overhead. Loud flapping of wings, the blue crow lands on the man's shoulder. Then, suddenly, the crow vanishes. Could it be an illusion? It looked like the crow disappeared into his black coat. The man in the black coat turns around. Oh shit. Under the head, he is like a shadow. A black lump. In the middle of that lump, only the weapon-like eyes shine out, burning with fierce intelligence. I can't breathe. But fortunately, those eyes seem like they're not even looking at me. Not here after all. The man in the black cloak leaves. When I no longer see him, I'm finally able to breathe properly again. I can manage to take a few breaths. I realize the dog's howling has ceased. I return to my room. There's no sign of Akane or the others being awake. I guess I'm the only one who couldn't stand the dog's howling. Gah! What is happening? My head still hurts. Huh? Why am I trembling? Looking down, my fingers are trembling. My entire body is shaking, and my back feels very cold. It's almost like, yes, it's like someone has ripped out my spine and replaced it with ice. Ooh. I feel dizzy. It's just unusual anema. Ugh. I get the feeling of falling towards the floor. On my way, I see something unpleasant. What Even though I'm wearing glasses, I can still see those lines. Ugh. I haven't seen them for a long time, so my action is magnified. I feel sick. With the dizziness of my anemia, I feel like I'm about to throw up with the context of my stomach. What's going on? I don't understand. Only that, as long as my eyes are open, scribbling flies everywhere across my village. It's a bad dream. Somehow I managed to collapse onto the bed. Yes, I should sleep. That's the easiest way to deny what I'm saying. Does my body does not move as I want to? All I should do is lie here and fall asleep fast like a corpse. Fun. Inversion Impulse 2. Second day, October 22nd. Friday. This takes place only after a single weekend. Since they told me, my eyes could see the points where things could easily be broken. As if that thing were to be a person, then what I would see would be their vital spots. Lines which, if I cut, could bring something apart without any effort. Those lines, even things as hard as steel could be easily cut. In other words, everything in existence has its density of breaking internalized within it. This is something inescapable from anything with physical form, Shiki. That is what Sensei had said. I was still a child back then. I remember finally understanding what she meant and getting scared. In other words, the world is full of cracks, and I could collapse at any instant. If there are scribbles all over the ground, there is a possibility that the world would start breaking apart if I walk over it. Then I realized what she meant. I thank Sensei from the bottom of my heart for the glasses she gave me. I could not have gone on living if I had continued to see the lines all the time. The points where things should easily be broken. There isn't a single advantage being able to see them. Good morning. I hear an unfamiliar voice. It is morning. It is time for you to awake, Shiki-sama. Stop calling me Shiki-sama already. I told you yesterday, it since slopes down my back. I wake up. Sui stands far from the bed, like a statue. Where am I? Good morning, Shiki-sama. The girl in the main outfit bows. Yeah, I came home, right? I push myself and look around the room. In an instant, I feel sharp pain in my temples. Huh? Are you looking for your glasses? Sui gently hands me my glasses. Oh, thank God. Phew. I let out a breath. Last night, before I went to sleep, I had a feeling I was seeing the lines even with my glasses on. Seemed like it was just my imagination. Maybe it's because I slept in an unfamiliar room. My mind is hazy. Shiki-sama, Hisui calls out to me. Shaking my head, I shake away my sleepiness. Good morning, Hisui. Thank you for coming to wake me up. There is no need to thank me. It is my duty to come and wake you up, Shiki-sama. Hisui gives a plain and completely expressionless response. Even in an unfavorable light, I think Hisui's features are beautiful. It should be wonderful for such a girl to wake me up every morning. As Hisui never smiles, I do not feel happy about it. What a shame. If only Hisui had half of Kohaku's brightness, she'd be really cute. Damn. Do you need something? I realize I'm looking at her. Hisui stares blatantly back at me. No, nothing at all. Waking up with you there, it makes me feel like I'm really at the Tono mansion. Now then, getting off the bed, I stretch both my arms. Suddenly, I realize I'm wearing pajamas. I'm sure that yesterday I thought I slept in my uniform last night. Yes, since it's bad for your health to do so, Nasan changed your clothes and put you to bed afterwards. Explains, that feels perfectly natural. I see. She changed my clothes. It is true that I caught a cold if I sleep like that. Hey, wait a minute. What? I quickly changed my pants and underwear. My pants are brand new pajama pants. Even my underwear is new. What? What? I want to say, what the hell did you do? But somehow the words are stuck in my throat. I've got to calm down and think these things for a moment. For now, let's see. First of all, half the blame belongs to me. And the one who changed me wasn't Hisui. It was her sister, Kohaku-san. It would be wrong to complain to Hisui. Hisui? Yes, what is it? You don't have to do anything uncalled for like this from now on. If you have to, please wake me up. I can change myself, so I'd like to do so. My face is a deep red as I say all of this. Sui obediently nods in affirmation. Your uniform is folded and awaits you over there. Please come to the sitting room after you have changed. Damn it. How careless could I be? It was careless of me to beginning, but when I fall asleep on the bed like that, but to not have woken up while I was being changed is over the top. Usually I would have sensed it, but maybe I was just really tired. Complaining to myself isn't going to change anything. I can just keep standing here like an idiot talking to myself. I better hurry up and change, then go to have breakfast. My school uniform is neatly full. Excuse me. And my shirt is even ironed. Passing my wrist through the sleeves feels good. It is that fresh, brand new feeling. No, there's nothing wrong with me being naked, is there? Yep. There's nothing wrong with it, but I couldn't help but be embarrassed at the fact that I was being changed by the warmly smiling Kohaku-san. To top things off, and the face in the manner keeps smiling from time to time, despite being bright red. You're really okay, Tonoshiki. I thought you were supposed to be uneasy about staying here, you amateur. Man, this dude's insane. Akanu and Kohaku are relaxing in the sitting room. Akanu is wearing the uniform of the Izami Ladies Academy, a famous girls' school for young girls. They are drinking tea together gracefully as if breakfast ended a long time ago. I think I'm gonna play till the next option after this, then stop. Because I'm tired and I want to. I'm gonna read them both, why wouldn't I? Good morning, you two. Good morning, Shiki-san. Wearing a white apron that suits her, Kohaku-san replies with a smile that couldn't possibly be any larger. On the other hand, Akane just classic glare at me. Good morning. You certainly took your time this morning, Nissan. She certainly knows how to put a damper on things. Took my time. Isn't it barely past 7? I only took 30 minutes to get to school from here. I'm actually up early. So you're saying you're going to finish breakfast in just 10 minutes? You're not some starving dog, so if you're gonna eat breakfast, I'd like you to take your time. Akane's words really do have thorns, damn. I am not a dog. Then I remember. Speaking of dogs, there is what happened last night. Hey, what about last night? Does that happen every night? What? Akana tips her head slightly in response to my question. It seems my point of question has completely failed to reach her. I was talking about what happened last night. That noisy wolf racket. Even you wouldn't have been able to sleep with that going on, right, Nissan? What are you talking about? What? I'm talking about last night, of course. Around 11 at night, some stray dogs were barking their heads off. Kana and Kohaku-san exchanged look, and together they both look back at me. It's like they think I'm some kind of nutcase. I can't just let this slip by. Fine. I'm not asking you anymore, Akane. Kohaku-san, it was really noisy last night, wasn't it? Was it really? I don't think the wind was quite strong, but the unusual thing I found while looking around late at night was you sleeping in your uniform on top of your bed. Ah, yes. I'll be more careful from now on. What? What happened, Kohaku? Oh, nothing in particular. Shichi just has bad sleeping postures, that's all. Kohaku-san dodges Akane's question with a smile. Come to think of it, Kohaku-san is calling me Shiki-san now. Seems like Sui passed my message on from last night. Are you sure neither of you noticed the stars barking for about 30 minutes straight last night? Woof woof woof. If that isn't noisy, I don't know what is. It really was a woof woof panic, wasn't it? Somehow I get the feeling that Kohaku-san has missed the point. Well, it's basically how it was. I don't remember anything like that. You don't either, do you, Kohaku? No, I don't. Sorry, Shiki-san. There isn't anything particular like that last night that I can remember. Then it's decided. The only possibility left I can think of is that Nissan had a dream about it. Well, now that she mentions it, maybe it was a dream, but you must have been having a nightmare. Oh, I know. What? If that stray dog barks again tonight, perhaps we shall start keeping an extra vicious guard dog here. Malicious giggle comes out of Akana. I am out of time, so please excuse me, Nathan. Please take care of not getting attacked by any dogs on your way to school. Damn. No diff by a girl, your younger sister, damn. Kohaku-san escorts her to the doorway. Now it seems like a good time to come to a conclusion. But given on what happened last night up until now, it is no-brainer to work out. For some reason, Akaku really hates me. I don't feel like that, but maybe it's just my voice doesn't give her... I don't have the ability to give her the, bitch voice that she needs. Or just the right voice. Wait, I gotta... I don't think there's any more dialogue for her. I gotta get into the right mood for it. Shiki. Nason. You fucking idiot. You fucking Wrong. Sui is in the hobby waiting with my bag. Will there be enough time, Shiki-sama? Yeah, it's not even 20 minutes to school from here if I run. It's 7:30 now, so I can make it even if I take the long way. Satisfied with my explanation, Hisui nods. Very well, I will screw you out. Yeah, thanks. It is a terribly embarrassing thing to have a personal servant. Shiki-sama, please wait. With a powder for Shohan, Usan runs down from the second floor. Sui-san said that falls silent as Kohaku-san appears. Huh? Weren't you with Akana? Akana goes to school by car. Since I have something to give you this morning, I stayed behind. Something to give me? Yes. This came from the Amina family yesterday. Kohaku-san smiles. But I have all my luggage on it. The things I used while I was at the Armenian house all belong to them, so all I've got are my own clothes. Really? But this was sent here nonetheless. Haku hands me a thin wooden box, perhaps 20 centimeters long. It's not heavy at all. Haku-san, I've seen this before. Well, apparently it was left by your departed father. It was to be given to you in the will by old man. I can't feel anything about that. What's the old man who expelled me from this mansion 8 years ago doing, leaving me things? Oh well. Kohaku-san, please take it to my room for me. Kohaku-san is staring intently at the box. She seems almost like a child who wants a toy. Stare. No, she is a child. I get it. You want to know what's inside, right? Not at all. I am merely wondering for a moment. Like I said, you do wonder what's inside. Alright, let's open it. 1, 2, 3. With the dry sound, the wooden box opened. There is a 10 centimeter bar of inch of thin iron, and it's an iron bar. It's undecoratively worn. It is finger marks all over it. The old man must have really hated me to leave me a piece of junk like this. No, Shiki-sama, it's a fruit knife. She takes the iron ball out of the box. See, isn't it one of those folding knives? 1, 2, 3. With the 10-centimeter blade pops out from the bar. I see. It is certainly a knife. Signature knife has been achieved. It's old, but seems pretty solid. A year and the era was made is written on the back. Osaka hand replaces the blade and hands over the knife. Certainly, there is a number written on the grip. The character 7 is under it. The character Knight. Nation, there's no era by that name. It just says Nanatsu Yoru. Surprised, I turn around. Hisui has been silent up until now. I was looking at the knife over my shoulder. You surprised me, you should say something. You didn't have to look over my shoulder like that, you know. If you want to see it, I'll show it to you. Hisui's cheeks suddenly become redder. Yo, she has a blade fetish. Excuse me. That knife is so beautiful that I could not help myself. Beautiful? You really think it's beautiful? It kind of looks beat up to me. Not at all. The tempering of the blade is masterful. I think it's a knife that it's with its own proper history. Really? Looks to me like a piece of junk. Since seems so convinced, I begin to feel the same. In its own way, I guess it's not such a bad inheritance. 7 Knights. Maybe that's the name of the fruit knife. Maybe, though. I can't imagine him naming a knife like that. Whatever that case may be, it's obvious that it is an antique. Well, in any case, I believe taking what's given to me. I replaced the blade and put the knife in my trouser pocket. I'm gonna need this for later. Shiki-sama, do you have enough time? I have to get going now. Well, Kahaku-san, thanks for the delivery. You're welcome. Kahaku smiles and waves. Peace. Leaving the doorway, I pass through the garden. I pass out the mountain gate and sense of commotion. What's going on? Sounds like something happening on the right side of the mansion. I heard someone found a bloodstain on the road east of the mansion. Bloodstains? You mean leftover blood? Yes. There's some blood on the mansion fence, too. The police came to inquire about what happened last night while you were asleep, Shiki-sama. Does that mean someone died? No, it doesn't. All has been found are the bloodstains. Oh, wait, that's me. Yo, I bled last night, probably. The east side, that's when Blandon... Bloodstains, traces of blood. Bloodstains, traces of red. Come to think of it, I get the feeling I saw something red. Shiki-sama? No, it's nothing. Shaking my head, I shake off the bad images. Well, I'll be going now. Thank you for seeing me off, Hisui. Goodbye. Please take care on the way. Hisui bows deeply. I'm not sure what to take care about, but she's probably just worried about my health. Yeah, thanks. You take care too, Hisui. It's only right to repay good intentions with good intentions. With an energetic wave of the hand at Hisui, I leave the gates of the mansion behind. I walk among the unfamiliar streets. Up until now, I've been going to the school from the army. It's the first time I've taken this route. It's only the path I'm taking that's different, but I feel like I'm going to a new school. There doesn't seem to be a lot of students from my school around. Apparently, there are not many who live around here. 7:30 in the morning. I can't see anyone running along the streets in a school uniform except me. Business district is in a rush of activity. As usual, the scene is one of suit firm employees gearing themselves for the day's battles. It is not quite the same as usual for the last few days, the atmosphere has been a little heavier in this town. It's probably due to the serial killings. There are less people in the streets in the evenings now too. You better cut down on hanging out at night, Akano. The face of my bad friend drifts into my mind. He'd be the sort to carry on hanging out at night, regardless of the atmosphere in town. God. Well, it's not like he's going to listen to a word I say anyway. I start to see some people in school intermingling with the crowd. There are only around 10 minutes until the school gates close. I dash along the asphalt streets so I won't be late. I arrive. Seems like it took 20 minutes rather than 30 from the mansion. I'll need to leave around 7 if I want to go slowly since I ran several times on the way. The classroom just minutes before homeroom is full of commotion. Scowling all over my classroom are the classmates intending on talking until the teacher arrives. It's like a festival in here, even though there are only a few minutes left. I ease my way to my seat next to the window. Yo! You're late, No. In story contrast to the other side, otherwise pleasant chest, there's someone waiting with a big grin on his face. In addition, good morning. He's accompanied by someone. Senpai, why are you in our classroom? Dumbfounded, I point to Sally like I'm looking at a ghost. Huh? It's so unusual. I was just wondering if you were in class, so I decided to come over to see you, Tono-kun. Unusual, the seniors never come over to the junior classroom. There are all sorts of reasons, but the biggest one is that they're just too far apart. Oh, I see, she says with seriously. You don't have to worry about that. Despite my appearance, I'm a fast runner. It takes me less than a minute to get to my classroom downstairs from here. Emphasizes her point. I guess she is not the kind of person who cares what other people think. Quit whining, Tono. What is wrong with it anyway? Senpai here is here because she wants to be. I do not know how to say that name. Arin Hiko? Arin Hiko. Beginning, Arin Hiko plunks himself down on my desk and starts up a merry conversation with Senpai. I don't mind, but you ought to get back to your class 2 minutes before homeroom starts, Senpai. I feel tired for some reason. Sighing, I sit down. Inu-kun. Seems like Tono-kun feels down. Yeah, he's probably feeling irreparable because he's not used to his life after moving. Tono doesn't mind most things, but he's not a bad habit of throwing a fit when he's faced with things he doesn't understand. Really? Tono-kun doesn't look like the type to get angry. Nope, that's not true. Tono, you see, is usually pretty mature, but when he encounters something he doesn't understand, kaboom! Haha, kaboom, is it? Yep. You'll change your opinion once you see him lose it, so you can't trust him like that, Senpai. The two of them whisper to each other, hey listen, if you're going to talk privately, do you mind doing it in the hall? I can hear every word you say when you say it when you do it on my desk, so there's no real point to it. What? You could hear us? Arin Hiko gives an exasperated reaction of surprise. No one could say angrily after being hit with an act like that. Senpai put her hand on to her mouth, and I can't tell how serious she is. If it's Senpai, she may have actually intended to talk privately. That's terrible, Tono. Listen, on the lovey-dovey private conversation between me and Senpai, you've sure got some nasty hobbies, Kana points to me. Are you trying to pick a fight with me, Arin Hiko? I don't think that's how you say it, but I like it. Actually, please do right now. I'm more than willing. Arin Hiko shakes his head. Of course not. You're I'd exchange fists with even my parents, but I have a party not fighting with my friends. Damn! Equal rights, equal fights, baby! I am the very model of chivalry. Yo, based! You know what? I'd give hands to my parents. And I guess chivalrous people could punch their parents in the world that's inside his head. I see, that's a pretty rotten policy. Ha 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 ha. You pretend to be depressed, but deep down you're the same Tono as always. Damn, I have nothing to worry about after all. Eren hits me a couple times on the back. Eren, you were worried about me just then. Don't ask me trivial stuff like that, you dumbass. It's only good if I do it without noticing. He hits me on the back some more. My back some more. I guess we've been friends for a long time, but I still can't get a hold on this guy's personality. Yo, he seems chill. I'd be friends with him. So, how's your new house? Pretty heavy and stressful by the looks of it. I can't really say. I had a bad dream last night, and the people at my house giving me the cold shoulder. I see. It sounds rough. Eren Hiko nods with a difficult expression. And Senpai is silent, staring at us while we have our trivial conversation. Senpai? Tono-kun, you really do get on well with, Are you serious, Senpai? You take your glasses. Is that what you think after seeing what just happened? Not at all, Tono-kun. You really, when you're with Ino-kun, Inu-kun? Whatever. You're really open and trust him a lot. Senpai smiles happily for some reason. Eren, Hiko, and I exchange looks and tilt our heads. I'm so envious. I really do admire how your friendships allow such understanding without you getting worried over each other. Senpai is impressed. Really? I go ahead and say looks and raise an eyebrow. That's right. It's just that you two don't realize it. Maybe it'll end if you two. In that case, it'll be best if you two just remain as you are. Yes, truly a miraculous balance. Well, I guess you could say that our relationship is a miraculous tightrope. Eren Hiko nods in agreement. I guess that is one point we perfectly agree on. It's almost time. I'll be going now. Did you watch the news this morning, Tahano-kun? No, the house I'm used to doesn't have a television, so I can't watch the morning news. Is that so? Well, I'll just have to ask you straight then. There was a big mention today of the morning news. Is that where you live? This morning's news, now that she mentions this, said the police came to talk. Yeah, that must be my house. I had the police came this morning to ask us questions. Is that so? Yes, be playing late at night, Tono-kun. Senpai leaves quickly. I watch her silently. And, Tono, what? I'm not listening to any more of your trivial garbage. Damn! It's not trivial. It's becoming a brief, so you've become so familiar with Senpai that she's even coming here to see you. Okay. Eren Hiko stares gravely at me. Well, I don't know anything about it. I've started to talk to her recently. Maybe she just come here on a whim today. And come to think of it, aren't you pretty familiar with her too? No way, man. It's taken me 7 days to get to her to remember my name. Oh, that's unusual. Wasn't it your policy to not deal with girls you can't pick up in a gay because they're too much trouble? That's for normal girls, but Senpai is different. I've kept it a secret, but this time you like senior girls who look good with glasses on, don't you? His face turns red. Oh. You all know, my dear friend. Yeah, I knew. We were friends after all. We're getting along so you can understand how simple it is. Hey, wait. Sound like we've got similar interests, right? That's why we're into the same type of